Hey, Matt here, and welcome to the second video of our necessary hunting upgrades series that we're doing. So, in the last video, I told you there was a few things that I was going to be doing to those TW200s. And as you can see, I've already installed the Tusk D-Flex Pro handguards on here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've also done the J&S Engineering LED headlight kit. And, you know, both of those make a big difference already. And if you're wondering, you know, how to do the handguards, I have a video on that with the handguards that I did on my bike previously. It's simple, just get them lined up, make sure your throttle's good to go, and you're good to go. And they save the handlebars, they save your hands, they save the bike when you're accidentally falling over a little bit, and they're definitely a good investment to have. And if you're out hunting, you know, and you're running through, you know, that brush and whatnot, they are extremely necessary to have when you're busting through that brush and, you know, you're getting out to your hunting spot. So the LED headlight, I was gonna do a video on that, but in all honesty, with how simple it is, you simply do the Phillips screw at the bottom of the cowling, pull it off, 2 bolts, your headlight comes off, you plug this LED kit in, and then you put 2 bolts in and your front cowling bolt, and you're done. Literally, it shouldn't take any longer than 5 minutes to do that job. So I do have a comparison video on that coming up. So make sure that you subscribe and follow along, because that will be coming in the next little bit. I've got a comparison against the Tusk LED light bar, the J&S Engineering LED headlight, which is on this bike, the stock headlight, and then we've also found another bulb that you can install in place of the stock bulb. And we're just going to do a comparison on all those just to see basically what the best bang for your buck is when it comes to lighting on the TW. So the next thing that we've done to this is add the IMS Superstock foot pegs, which is what this video is about. So the foot pegs are another really easy installation. I mean, it's literally a 4-step job. So with that, that's kind of what I wanted to talk with you about on this one. Is as far as the foot pegs go, you have a cotter pin holding the pivot pin in place. Take the cotter pin out, slide the pivot pin out, slide your foot peg out. The spring for the foot peg has a specific orientation that it has to go. The flat end of the spring goes into the foot peg, and then there's a little tang on the other side of the spring which goes into a notch in the foot peg bracket. Now, before you do this, make sure your foot peg brackets are not bent. So when I was going to install the new foot pegs on this, the foot peg brackets were a little bent, so I had to use some motivation and fix them. And once that was complete, we got the foot pegs into place. So the installation is just the absolute reversal of the removal. So get your spring lined up with the foot peg, because there's a little notch in the foot peg that one end of the spring goes in, and then the notch up in the foot peg bracket. Slide your foot peg into place, slide your pivot pin into place. And when it comes to using cotter pins, I don't like to reuse the old ones. They're literally like 15 cents at your local hardware store. I always just replace them with a new one. It's just a peace of mind knowing that you have a new cotter pin in there which hasn't lost any of its structural integrity, already, you know, being put into place once and then pulled back out and then reinstalled. So that's just me. I know people who have reused them. I don't recommend it because, like I said, for 15, 20 cents, you can just go get brand new ones and install those. So after installing those, I went out and I rode the bike, took it up through the hills, and I couldn't believe the difference. I absolutely love the platform that these wider foot pegs give you over the stock foot pegs. So the stock foot pegs are literally the size of the foot pegs that are on my son's CRF 50. And I've been riding with the stock pegs for a year, didn't think it was that big of a deal, didn't really think that it was that much of a necessity. But after riding with these and just that wider platform when you're standing up, when you're sitting down, I mean, it's just a better foot peg all the way around. Now, that being said, these were ordered from Rocky Mountain ATV. They are the IMS Super Stock foot pegs. They were $79.95. Some of you might think, wow, that's a lot for foot pegs, which, you know, it's definitely not on the cheap end. There are cheaper foot pegs out there, but these did not require any modification. So they were just a direct replacement and direct fit. So they were just really, really easy to go with. Now, there are a lot of different brands of foot pegs out there. Fastway has some, IMS has some. There's some knockoffs that you can get on eBay, Amazon, you know, a few different places. And I do know that Rocky Mountain ATV is in the works of engineering their own foot pegs for the TW200. So if you're not in a rush to get them, you can wait to see, you know, what they're going to come out with, because the Tusk stuff usually is extremely good stuff, and it's a little bit lower price than some of the name brands that you find out there. So that being said, I definitely think that the foot pegs are a necessary upgrade. I mean, if you're hunting, if you're out in the hills a lot, if you're just cruising, they are quite a bit more comfortable than the stock foot pegs. I definitely think they're worth the money. So anyways, that's what I wanted this video to be about, just how easy it is to replace the foot pegs on there. If there are any questions or comments, make sure to put those below the video. I do my best to get back to those as soon as I can. Again, I have a video on the handguards. I will put that in the description as well. The J&S Engineering headlight. The comparison video on that's coming up, which is one that I think that you will want to watch. I was surprised myself, and I definitely think, you know, that'll be a video worth watching. So anyways, that's the gist of this video. We'll leave it at that. Again, questions, comments, put those down below. If you haven't already, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and follow along, because we have some more updates on these TWs that we're going to be doing for hunting, and things that I think, you know, could definitely be used on the bikes if you're out there. So we'll leave it there, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I'm Matt. This is Mob Street. These are some necessary hunting upgrades for the TW200, and thanks for watching.